Alright, welcome back everyone to another session of Silversong. First things first, thanks DJ of course for the 7 months. It really does not feel like 7 months, but I keep seeing these update and it keeps throwing me for a loop. Like, has it been a month already? Every single time. Seems like good one on the How's Your Day poll, which is good. But, yeah. I think that's it for general bookkeeping. For those who are in the Discord, you might already be aware, but there's no Whispers in the Woods on Wednesday, as one of them is busy. Might do something else instead, like another map stream or something like that, but haven't decided yet. It'll probably be more of a spur of the moment thing. But I'd hate to just leave an empty day there if I have the time to stream, so we might do something instead. Other than that, let's get into our recap. So first things first, let's get our summary. So previously on Silversong, the party, having made their way south from the town they started in search of a team of researchers who are looking into a mystical lyre said to be able to heal illnesses on behalf of a benefactor who is ill herself. That search for the researchers eventually led them to Lavender Island, just off the coast of Middlemere, which, upon arriving on the island, they found an old ruin, which turned out to be a dragonborn monastery. That within said ruin, they found all the researchers dead, save for the one who had stayed behind because she was a little sick that day. Ruva was able to talk to the ghost of one of them for some sort of reason. And they learned that someone had killed the researchers when they weren't expecting it, and had done a bit of searching around the ruin, and there may still be something left in the ruins. So the party continued to hunt. Last session they looked down in the dungeons and found an old gemstone that appeared to sort of slot into something, and then headed on upstairs to find a statue that seemed to have a slot in it shaped like the gemstone, but upon simply placing the gem in that indentation, there wasn't actually any result. So it appears as though there might be something else to that they haven't discovered yet. So they continued to look around upstairs and found what was some sort of office, a private study, upon which they found a corpse with several holes in their chest, which had a mask that they'd seen before on the seal of some of the alchemists they defeated on their way down here. But the holes in the corpse were caused by a crystal ball that seemed to shoot out icicles upon seeing any sort of motion in the room. So they managed to outwit it using Mage Hand in a clever way and melted rather, the crystal ball and put an end to its icicles. After which they did a bit of searching. They searched the corpse, though they didn't really recognize who was behind the mask. It did seem that it was one of the people who killed all the researchers. And they also found, sitting on top of the desk in the study, a journal. which they didn't get a time to read much of, so we'll start back again at that today. As we were right at the end of the session, and I wanted to let them at least read a little bit of it so that I didn't cliffhang them, but I didn't get fully into it because we were short on time. So we will now return to said study. All right. So, with the crystal ball that was firing icicles silenced and unable to continue pestering you, you took a little bit of a look around the room, finding that old journal on the desk and searching the corpse that you found in this chamber. I believe I promised you a face last time. So there you go.
Yes.
There's your face.
Perfect.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that looks really good. Wow.
As you spend the time studying that face, Uruva. And I believe I also mentioned that in addition to simply wearing sort of leatherish armor and having that dagger lying beside him, he also had odd-looking boots on. They're sort of black with a yellow trim and buckles in the shape of eyes.
And did he by chance have a letter?
You did
Or
not.
something?
Yeah, we gotta search that body. Yeah, Rue's gonna thoroughly search the body and then steal his clothes.
Very well.
And the boots. Take the
Oh
boots.
yeah, no,
Boots included?
everything.
Yeah, I assume that stealing his clothes includes the rather odd-looking boots.
Don't just leave a man
Just
naked
not
in
his
his boots. Come on.
And then back to Gale with the journal that you're reading. So I gave you a little summary last time, but I didn't want to have you reading out a bunch of it, as I thought that wouldn't be a very fun way to end the session.
So we're going to start the session with reading, yeah?
Yes. We're going to start the session with a bit of reading. Now you can read this out if you want, or if you don't feel like reading for the class, I can also do some reading.
That's alright, I'll read it.
Alrighty. So as you take a look through the journal, as I said last time, a lot of it is water damaged, the ink smudged, and some of the pages torn. So a good portion of this journal is not particularly legible, though it does appear to be a diary. So the first real entry that you managed to find that's salvageable, though it is partially cut off, reads as follows.
Lost photos today. Truly a tragedy. The last child of Lylendale will be dearly missed. It becomes all the more important that this monastery stands as a place of worship as to the glory of Lylendale, the Silver Worm.
So that passage is partially cut off. You're unable to read sort of the first half of it, and you really only get the second little bit. But that was what I was summarizing from last time, but a little more in depth this time. So spend some time flipping through a few more pages. And eventually come across the next passage.
In spite of protests from myself and Yarin, the others are militarizing the monastery. I have insisted that this is a place of worship, but I fear the people want blood, and my voice is drowned out in the din. They're taking prisoners now, folk unrelated to our quest. They want someone punished, and care not who it. The rest of the passage seems to be worn away, though.
Not only confirms that Gale can read everything.
That was for the others.
Gale might just be the best reader in the entire land.
Oh my god. Never reading again for you.
I'm sticking up for you.
Yeah, that is.
So they are the ones who took the prisoners.
Yes,
Flipping
Baz.
through.
Hmm?
No, go ahead. If you're gonna say something, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I was right. We didn't know the story, and now we do. It looks like it was a split faction, so it wasn't entirely intentional.
No. It actually proved that I was right, and that
Hmm.
the prisoners were intentional.
Right, but we still don't know if they're actually meant to belong. Some people think that they're intentional. Some people think that they're not. So how about we're both
I'm
right? Okay, great. Is there
no,
another passage?
no.
The good guys got weeded out by the
Con-
bad guys.
Yeah, and the bad
continuing
guys won.
continuing to flip through the old worn journal, you find another portion of a passage that's legible.
What was that, Rudiva?
What was what?
Weren't you trying to say something?
Oh, I was just gonna say,
Received word that our scout had found the
oh
birthright
my
to
god.
the west. While this is good news, I worry about the mental state of my comrades. I fear that a fury will turn them to barbarism. The birthright should be protected until it can be claimed by a champion. Inciting war were only... The hell? Where's the rest?
Rest of the passage is worn away.
You too can read, I see.
Hmm.
I've been practicing since last session.
Is there any other passages after this? Maybe
Uh,
about champion or something?
There is one that does seem relevant, though you do find a couple passages that are just sort of about day-to-day business, minor occurrences that don't seem particularly relevant, and most of them kind of smudged up and hard to read. But you do find a passage kind of towards the end of this journal, though the last series of pages are mostly blank.
Mhm.
And this passage is a little longer, and you're able to read most of it.
As if losing Lothos wasn't enough, we have lost our champion, Yaren Cole, as well. Oh, that's the guy from before, the one that stole our gem, the statue, anyways. I suspect foul play, but I wouldn't dare voice those concerns. Militarizing the monastery was a mistake. The people want to claim the birthright immediately, but only a champion can truly do so. Without their champion, we've no choice but to seal it away and wait for another. A runic keystone and drawer will do. One half will be in my care, and the other half left with a trusted friend. Should I be killed by whatever traitor slayed Yarn, know that Yarn still stands vigil over my half of the runestone, laid to rest with Lothos. To access it, simply complete the champion's plaque and recite the scripture. I don't think
Can
I
I
ever
get
said
that
that.
in writing?
Yeah, let me send it to you.
Yeah,
Or
you can
I'll
post it in Silversong the entire thing if you want.
okay.
So
the scripture.
we didn't say the scripture. Wasn't the scripture one of the first things the dude said?
Holy shit.
We worship the being silver worm or something.
Honestly, don't remember.
You just read it.
We worship
It was like the
Andil,
first thing you said.
the silver
right
worm.
there.
Oh, was that the part that was important?
It might be.
Oh, that's a good point. I thought it was referring to the plaque that was by the burial. Oh wait, no, that was I was stating who it was. That's not
Yeah.
correct. All right. Well, I kind of want to check it out.
Well, could you?
What?
Nothing. River's
Do
gonna
we
check
have
out the
issues?
boots. Oh, yes. I think that now that we know who were the good guys and who were the bad guys, we can desecrate as many graves as necessary. So, as long as we don't do whoever that guy's names is, we're okay.
Yeah, I mean, we
What
still
was
know
his
it was
name?
mixed, so we don't really know what grades are good or bad.
What was his name? The writer of the diary. Okay.
It was the fuck, hold up. It was
No.
it was Arboring, right?
What was the question?
Who wrote the diary?
Or was it Urine Cole?
No, Yaren was his friend.
No.
Aaron's his friend.
He's
What do
the
you
one
mean?
that got murdered by the bad guys and was a champion. He was one of the good guys.
I will
So
add,
the-
Gil, as you were sort of flipping through that journal on the by the desk here, there is actually a hinge on the desk that lets it open. You would have seen that, so I just felt like I should mention it.
All right. Well, I'll open it.
Within the desk is a bunch of foliage, as it's clearly sort of begun to spread and grow inside. A bunch of moss and a few small little fungi. But you also find tucked away a small, rather thin bottle. And the bottle itself is full of a sort of deep blue tincture that sparkles slightly. Also within the desk is what appears to be an old stone plaque. And it's partially kind of worn, clearly from age. But it reads Magister Galvadil Arbor, and then the rest is sort of chipped and worn.
It's not really fair. I already read this. I thought.
Perhaps.
Why is there two of them?
I don't know. Maybe I just said it twice.
Wait, so not gonna lie, when I hit my head on the desk, I might have blacked out for a bit. What is it? What are we doing?
We're going back.
Is there a
Well,
reason?
Scripture we need to recite, Riva.
Why do we take this man's clothes?
no, hold on. Didn't it say that the part that was laid to rest with the dude was from? No, we already got it, right? And we were supposed to go to one place first, and so that we could get the. Well, never mind.
I think all we're missing is the scripture.
Mm-hmm.
Does any of this have to do with this guy's clothes?
What? Oh,
He's not using them anymore.
yeah. Oh, also, can Riva look at the boots now?
Yep. As I said before, they're clearly not your average leather boots. They have sort of a darker kind of black leather that they're made of with a yellowish gold trim and buckles on them that are sort of shaped like eyes.
Hey, Gail, are these magic?
Mm-hmm. I already said so. That's why I said you should get the boots.
What kind of magic?
The
Oh,
good kind.
hmm.
Not good
Alright.
enough, apparently.
Wait, you can put magic on item. Oh, I guess I. Wow. Is it like your sword then?
Are you talking about my sword?
Yeah. I mean, I'm the only one else with a sword, and mine wasn't shattered and reformed in a forest. So
I don't really have an idea of what this does, or what it is. I can't really decipher it.
Hmm.
hmm.
River has the dagger, right?
The what?
River has the dagger?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay. Is the dagger weird?
No, just an average dagger.
Okay. Should we check the rest of this room out, or...
You did look around it last time.
Okay. Well, I guess it's time to go.
Right. And where are we going?
Scripture.
Middle room,
We're going back to the statue.
the one with the gem,
Yeah,
or in
the
the
one.
basement.
No, the one that stole my gem.
Ah, okay.
Well, before that, you're making your way back to the sort of torn apart and quite overgrown barracks where there was quite a few beds. I think you sort of hurried through it last time, but make your way back to this room. And make your way back towards the crossroads that divides the sort of upstairs section of the monastery.
I take it we don't want to check out the bottom.
Are we not going to?
Hmm.
How
I don't
about
know.
Let's
we...
check
I
it pretty quick before we go
How
back.
about we
Yeah.
check it? Yeah, just in case we need to get something from it. That way we don't have to go back in and then, you know, do this
Right.
all over again.
Alright, so I'm gonna go try out words.
Okay.
I don't know if we should do that alone.
What do you mean?
Uh,
You're not alone. There's 3 of you.
Talking about you.
Oh, well then come on with.
Going. River's gone.
Nah, I want to look down this way.
Alright.
Hope you don't die.
Same.
All right. Well, Gail, you push the twin stone doors open to make your way back into the large chapel that lays behind them. And walk your way across down an old, torn up, moth eaten carpet to arrive back at the massive statue. What would you like to do?
Alright, so in all honesty, I don't really remember any of the words, so I'm gonna go with what was just talked about from the notebook. Because I quite frankly forgot.
Okay, let's hear it.
Alright.
Also, my old message is still there in the chat. I sent it to you, if that's what you're referring to. But I think you talked about that before, and I don't think
Did-
that's what you're looking for.
Well, I was trying to find the passage to see if there was a scripture about him that's hinted in the last passage, but all I have was the plaque that said Yarn Call Champion of the Silver Hunt. Take
Yeah.
you soon in Death Sandwich Judge.
Yeah,
So,
that is what the plaque reads that now has that gem embedded below those words. They were written, of course, in Draconic, but you're able to read them.
and I don't remember there being anything else. So
No.
I was hoping there was something in the passage. But as I'm looking over it, I think it's a waste of time.
You take the journal with you, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay, yeah, then feel free to reread it and look over, and let's hear what you have to read out aloud.
To the glory of Lionel and Dill, the silverworm. Oh, that didn't work.
Nope, nothing happens.
Uh,
Just here.
The birthright should be protected until it can be claimed by a champion. Inciting war will only... Does it seem to do anything as I say those words?
No.
Oh, damn it.
The chapel is still and silent, with only the noise of forest creatures off in the distance through the cracked stone walls.
Well, that's not fair. Alright. Give up
All right.
and stuff for later.
We'll bring you in slightly later after them as we cut back to a meanwhile. As Gale heads back to the chapel, the three of you make your way south along the crossroads. Hold on. Let me copy you through actually while you're here. A ritual dance. Yeah, that would be funny. It'd be much funnier if it was like an in-person game that we were playing and I made them actually do it.
That would be awful.
I know. So the three of you make your way south as Gale heads back to the chapel to try some words from the diary that he found. And the three of you find... no, he hasn't. Worth a shot, though. The three of you find a small stone room with a large stone statue on the other end. It's raised up on another stone plinth. And it is in the shape of a large dragon's skull.
I'm getting mighty sick of statues.
Wonder if that's Wormy Boy.
He would have been a pretty big worm. Kinda scary.
No, you know, the one they worship.
Yeah.
What's this?
In the corner of the room, as you enter, you notice a trapdoor with a wooden, slightly rotten ladder that leads down to the floor below. Kaj, as you examine the stone sculpture here, it does have an inscription on the front of it, though you're not able to read it as it is in Draconic.
I'm gonna need Gale for this one. Wait, can you read this, Tibbs?
Read what?
This is gonna point out the script.
No.
What are
Alright.
you trying to read?
This.
Oh.
you read it?
No.
Alright. We're gonna have to go back and get Gale anyway.
Hey, there's a way down to that place we couldn't get to.
What place we couldn't get to?
I mean, there's a trap door here, and it goes to a place we haven't been.
Well, let's see if we can get and see if we can read that first, and then take a look around down there.
Hmm. I suppose that makes sense.
These are just pillars in the corner, right?
Yeah, this room is sort of very ornately decorated, though a lot of it is worn with time. It has sort of stone pillars along the edges of each of the corners.
Um,
I'm gonna go start heading toward Gale.
Ruva's gonna start, like, fastening a rope to, like, go down it, because she does not trust the rotten, yeah,
All right,
the
fair enough.
rotten ladder.
Yeah, you have enough rope to manage that. Yeah, so you begin tying that off as Kaz, you make your way back sort of towards the crossroads. And as you do, you see Gale pushing those stone doors back open, heading back towards you.
Gale, I need your special human eyes.
Right.
There's a thing over here.
What's this?
Something we're doing after you go read stuff.
Oh, it's kind of rude, but alright.
Have
How
fun.
do you know so many languages, by the way?
I don't know.
Okay.
Is there writing on this pillar?
Wait, who are you asking? Me?
There's no text on the pillar, Gale. Just sort of worn, but obviously was once quite ornate carving.
Is it the kind of pillar that holds up the building or the room?
It is attached to the ceiling, though it'd be hard to say if it is load bearing.
Alright. Well. Oh, that's a big skull.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's that Lala Silver Dragon man.
Landil.
Ble-
Wait, can you read this, Gale?
Is this a tomb?
Don't know.
It doesn't really appear to be a tomb. The plinth itself does not look like any form of coffin. It just is a large stone statue. The skull itself is also made of stone if you run your hand along it. There is text inscribed in the front of it that Kaj and Tibber are pointing at Gale.
Alright,
Ah.
I'll eventually get to it.
Okay, so
I
I'm
g-
gonna go down here because I'm very impatient.
What do you mean? You always make up plans that takes you a decade. If anything, I'm impatient. What is
Yeah,
this
like
Then
writing?
read the thing.
Can you not read this?
No, I can read it.
He
Let me
can.
see.
Well, you want to fucking read it then?
No. Take your time. It's not like we're.
Oh, alright.
doing
Well,
this.
if I can take my time.
So Gale, if you do want to read it, it is in fact in Draconic and legible, though the text is rather worn, and it reads, "Bones of our birthright."
So
Yeah.
something about the bones of our birthright?
So that would go to below the birthright, right? He's pointing at the trapdoor.
Probably.
Sorry, what does it say? I wasn't actually listening.
Bones of our birthright.
Bones of our
Bones
birthright.
about her birthright.
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not.
Alright.
It did sound like he was making fun of you.
It did sound like he was making fun of you.
It did sound like he was making fun of you. That's you. That's what you sound like, Tibber.
No,
I'll
I'm
push
pretty
her
sure.
back.
I'm pretty sure he was talking about your voice. So that's actually how you sound. Bye.
Yep. She's going down.
Very well.
So much angst tonight.
Teen angst.
Teenagers scared at the limit.
All right. So Ruva, you made your way down here before the others, so I'm going to bring you down here a little bit before. And so as you reach the bottom, rappelling your way down that rope that you fastened at the top, you arrive in a very dilapidated-looking kitchen. Part of the ceiling is sort of collapsed in, and piles of rubble lie around. You can see a rat chewing on something on one of the tables. Indeed, good timing. You can see some old crates lined up around the edges of the room.
We're just gonna go check out that rat and knife.
Yikes.
All right. Lying on the counter here, there's a very, very old and very rusted kitchen knife. And the rat that is currently chewing away on something just kind of scurries to the edge of the table over here as you walk closer to it.
Don't be afraid, little guy. I have some questions. I know I can't talk, but maybe my friend can. Don't go away. Yeah, Ruva's just gonna check out the room.
Very well. The others, are you following Ruva down, repelling?
Yeah,
Yep.
I kind of just followed her immediately.
All right. Then you will get down here first.
Don't scare the rat.
Huh?
Don't scare the rat. I want
What rat?
Kaj. He's on the table. I want Kaj to see if he can talk to him. You know how you made friends? You made friends with, like, the bird, right? Maybe you can make friends with the rat.
Sure. Do I hear anything? Any melodies?
No, you do not.
Might as well ask.
Unless anybody upstairs is humming a little song. No, you do not. The room is silent except the very, very quiet gnawing of the rat's teeth. And the occasional bump and rattle from the others climbing down. Who do you think would climb down next, Gaj or Gale?
And are they using the rope or the ladder?
An important distinction as well.
I should climb down the ladder.
I'd also climb down the
wanted
ladder.
I really wanted Tips to climb the ladder.
All right. Which of you do you think would go first?
Mm,
Don't
I think I was
dare
closest.
scare that rat.
Alright. I'd probably read the inscription one more time so I could write it down.
All right. Then, Kaj, as you reach about halfway down the ladder that you climb, one of the old rotted boards just sort of breaks out from under your foot, and the sudden sort of change in your speed starts to shatter each of the rungs down as you just sort of smash your way through each of the rungs and land with a firm thud at the bottom of the ladder.
And he enlarged.
I wouldn't say it's enough of a fall to damage you, though. But you do sort of land roughly and feel a little rattled for a sec. As a loud noise rings out, the rest of you hear it as he smashes his way down through this ladder.
Nice one.
You sure know how to make an entrance.
That was a little fun.
Come try and make friends with that rat.
Friends with the rat.
Yeah.
Ruva's talking to rats.
How are you
I'm
talking
trying
about rat?
to. I'm not.
I can't really talk to him. I'm a
Fork.
kind of spent. Is that your fork?
Mhm.
No, but it's pretty neat.
I tried to pet the rat.
Pet rat.
Whenever someone sort of gets close to it, it tries to kind of scurry off to the other side of the table. So I'd say
Wait, could I
it
use
runs
sleight of
its way
hand
off.
to try and catch it?
Sure. Yeah, I'd say sleight of hand would be reasonable for that.
Let's
And
try
I'll give you advantage if the other two are helping you. Sort of kind of corner
Wow.
it.
Yeah, I'll try to
Looking
corner
at
it
the
over here.
barrel.
Okay, advantage.
Yeah, advantage if you're cornering it.
Well, nope.
All right. Kaj and Tibber kind of position themselves at either end of the table so that the rat doesn't really have anywhere to go. And then you attempt to grab it, but it just sort of runs its way up your arm and jumps off onto the stone floor and scurries its way across the room.
Aw,
Nice. Nice one.
come back here, little pal.
I don't think you like that.
I
But
look
I
in the
named him.
pot.
You named him already?
Yeah.
You sure it was
You
a
have,
him?
you have problems.
Oh well. It wasn't meant to me. Ruva's gonna check out what's in this
Did
stuff.
get or run off or something.
He was
Uh,
reading. I said so.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Gail.
Wouldn't take too long to read, so I would say,
Wow.
Gail, you can climb your way down, but I imagine you probably want to use the rope now.
That's fine. What did it say again, though? Because I already forgot.
Real simple, just bones of our birthright.
Alright, I'll take the rope down.
All right.
Hey Tibbs, you left your fork over there.
It's kind of dirty. Plus, I mean, I already have another fork. This one's been with me through a lot. Had some real
Hey,
good food with this
guys.
fork.
I know
It's
this
like a
rat's
volcano.
really ugly, but I'm just using it to represent the other rat. It's from Classic Crows. But
Man, look
I
at
wanted
the-
to remember where the rat was.
Mhm. Hmm.
So, Gail, you're currently sort of rappelling your way down this rope dangling from the ceiling up here. As Ruva, you are opening the crates.
Yes, sir.
All right. This one isn't nailed shut. And as you pull the lid off of this sort of slightly moldy and slightly rotten crate, at first you think that it is empty, as it does sort of appear as though there's nothing inside. And then as you kind of stare a little bit harder, the empty space inside the crate wobbles.
Wobble baby, wobble baby.
And as it wobbles, it begins to move. And you see this large gelatinous cube pull itself up from the crate and begin to ooze its way towards you. Inside of it, you can see just sort of hovering in the air as it begins to kind of move and pull itself up out of the square shape that it was in inside this crate. You can see small little skeletons that appear to be rat skeletons.
Uh-oh.
And as it sort of leaves the space from this crate, it gets larger and larger. You may take a step back,
Okay, cool.
as I imagine that is your natural reaction.
Yep. Hands on daggers.
Another friend of yours,
Ah,
Ruva?
no.
So, this large gelatinous cube is sort of sliming its way towards you, Ruva. Assuming that you don't want to take that just sort of sitting down, then this will be
Yeah.
an initiative roll.
Yep. Okay, initiative it is. Not great. Not great. That's good.
Oh.
So I may be eaten here. He's been eating my friends.
All right, just a sec. Forgot to have your campaign page open. There we go.
Big old pot of jello.
What's Jello?
Like gelatin.
Oh,
It's made from boiling down friends and
So we're just gonna
And-
keep on going, right?
they have to be your friend.
hmm?
The person you boil down has to be your friend.
That seems inefficient.
I
I
mean,
thought we were your friends.
it's not very hard to make friends, guys.
Kaj is
I mean,
like
he's-
pointing his he's trying to count his friends on his hand. Figure out how many he has.
I mean, I wouldn't want to make gelatin out of my friends.
Yeah, I don't want to waste any on gelatin.
You just boil
Maybe
them.
one. What?
Boil them for a long time. But first you have to skin them and de-meat them and then use their bones.
It's a lot of work.
What the fuck?
What are we talking about?
Why do you know this?
Jello?
You get the skin jello?
No.
I mean, you could eat it like that. Like string cheese.
What the hell is string cheese?
It's
Cheese
not a
that's
different.
stringy.
I feel like that's a different consistency.
You eat
Well, I mean, you can like
cheese that's stringy?
similar thing, you know, like use a
That
knife to
doesn't
like cut
sound
it like
right.
string cheese.
I think Tips can get away with that.
You know what else doesn't sound right? Making friends with rats you just met.
What?
And naming them, that's kind of weird.
Wait, she named him again.
Wait, what's this guy's name?
It's Ilfel.
Oh my god.
What
Oh
the
no, I'm
fuck?
forget the cube.
Elvish rat.
Yeah, what's the cube's name?
What's the cube's name?
The cube? Well, the cube's eating my friends. I don't care about his name.
That's a really long
Gerard.
name.
His name's Gerard.
Wait, his name's Rard or Gerard?
Why did I making fun of my accent? Is it Gerard?
Is he a
Alright.
dinosaur?
Okay, Gerard.
Rawr.
So, as the
Alright.
large gelatinous cube makes its way, oozing its way out of the crate, Ruva, perhaps you let out a shout of warning to the others, as the first to act is Tibber.
Well, guess I'll hit the jello.
Farewell.
Two hand.
All right, you hit.
I'll mark it. And I will action surge. Hit again.
Just one sec. I'm just.
I
finding
missed
my-
anyway.
Farewell. Just gonna. All right. Tibber, you
Yeah.
quickly dashed your way up to the large slime and slice at it with your longsword, managing to land a hit and sort of cleaving part of it in two. And as you do so,
Huh.
Don't you know that slashing damage just makes them more?
you slice
Why
the
would I know
slime.
that?
You slice the slime in half, splitting it into two smaller creatures. Just gonna
Hey,
they'd be,
Kaj.
about like that big.
I think we're gonna need fire, gosh.
Pull out my shield and end my turn.
Very well. Next to react is Gale.
Any chance we can just leave? Like this way?
We could.
You want us to get out of Gerard's way?
God damn.
Okay. I'm leaving her next round.
Yeah,
So
all
we
right,
can
we're
go.
leaving.
Yeah. Yeah,
I had
I'll
my dad out.
I'm ended my turn. That was rude. I'm offended. Only an apology will fix that.
I'm not apologizing.
Great, I ain't doing nothing.
All right, Gil, you make your way to the hall and promptly end your turn. All right. Next act is the slime. Who is going to attempt to attack Ruva as that was its initial target.
Disadvantage.
Very well. Alright, that first one would have hit. And the second one hits too.
Fuck!
Uh-oh. Is this because I didn't name you? You don't like the one Gale gave you, do you?
And so, as this slime sort of oozes its way towards you, you see it sort of form these little tendrils, one of which lashes out at you, Ruva. And that will deal 5 acid damage.
Okay.
As this tendril hits you, it begins to burn slightly.
Ouch.
Which, to keep things simple, let's do this. Hang on. This one will just move immediately after to keep things straightforward from my brain. I think it's going to go after Tibbs.
Sure.
But it will not hit, as you manage to bring your shield up to block the tendril that appears out of the side of this slime.
Squishy.
Which will pass us right along to Kaj. I'm just going to snap you there.
I'm gonna produce flame into my hand. I'm like, wait, Gale, I don't know which one's Gerard, and I'm gonna throw the fire at this one.
Very well. A 10 to hit will actually hit.
Wow.
What are you doing? Why are you hurting Gerard?
I didn't know that was Gerard. What's the other one?
They're both Gerard. What do you mean?
I don't like this.
So Jur 1 and Jur 2?
You attack
No!
this one, yeah?
Yep.
What do you mean?
As you send your small little sort of bolt of flame hurled across the room at it, it hits the slime here, and then you see it sort of spread a little bit further past where you're expecting, as it sort of burns a little more and actually deals 4 fire damage.
Oh.
No fair.
I was just gonna smile.
I think they like it. More fire, gosh.
Mm-hmm. Take that, Gerard Senior. He's gonna look at Gale. See if he
There you go.
Alright. So that's the end of your turn, Kaj. Then Ruva, it's your turn.
Huh. Well, she gonna stab at that one,
Very well.
or attempt to. Um. Nope.
The 8 will miss.
Yep. Well, try the other one.
Still attacking the first one, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Then that will hit.
And can I use the Whales from the Grave?
You can if you wish, yeah.
Okay. Is that just
Wait, hang
immediate?
on.
Or...
What does it use again? It's as well as from the grave use. Does it use a bonus action?
Just as
Or
immediately
is it
after
just right
sneak
after?
attack.
Okay, then
Yeah.
you're good. You're good. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't using a bonus action. That's all.
Mm-hmm. And then that's on the second one.
Very well. All right. So Chipper, you get a good view of this as it happens, but Ruva stabs this one with her dagger, and then you see sort of the slime next to it. As Ruva stabs it, you hear this sort of eerie noise, and see part of the slime next to it begin to almost melt and rot away.
Right.
Then if that is all, Ruva.
Yep.
Then we're back around to you, Tibbs.
Bonus action, attack that guy. I get to do that. Sorry, drop shield, then attack him. So 2 hand.
Sorry, which one?
The one marked.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
I clap his ass, apparently.
Very well.
Aw, lower damage, cringe. Actually, hold up, so I don't forget to do this. Savage attacks. Oh, it did put it in. Pog, okay.
Did do your savage attack, yeah.
Yes, sir. Are we running or...
Well, I don't know how fast they run.
Right. Pick up my shield, action, disengage. I'm gone.
Very well.
How far can I get? Yeah, let's go there.
Huh. I sure hope I'm nimble enough to get hit by all of you guys.
All right. So next to act is Gale.
Alright, well. I'm here. Just waiting for everyone else.
Very well.
Yep.
Just gonna roll them all together.
Yep. I'm going to die. It will
Alright,
be
nice.
funny.
2 hits and a miss. I'm gonna roll. Middle one missed. So I'm gonna roll the first one's damage. First one was 4 acid. And second one just 3.
Ooh.
Which will lead us to. Actually, they would probably do that to you. But Kaj, it's your turn.
Okay. Kind of produce flame and throw it at this one right here.
Very well. You hit for 6 fire damage.
And are we running, Riva?
Well, I'll try.
I was gonna take a couple steps toward the door and then end my turn.
Very well. Then Ruva, it's your turn. You got a few burns from the acid tendrils that these
A
slimes are leaving
few?
on you, but
That's an understatement.
you're still alive, though you are surrounded by them now. What would you like to do?
Okay. Well, I'm going to bonus action disengage.
I
Does
figured.
that work on all of them?
Yeah,
I
of
hope
course.
it works on all of them. Okay, and then I'm gonna dash. Just out of the room. I'm gone.
Alright, so Tiver and Gil, as the two of you kind of tentatively wait near the door to see if everyone's following you, Ruva just rounds the corner at full sprint, blowing past you. So Tiver, it's your turn now.
Action dash, go as far as I can.
Very well. Gil?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna leave as well.
Very well.
Boy, I sure hope Kaj gets out of there.
I don't know why he was so hesitant.
Alright, they're all gonna make attacks against you, Kaj.
Okay.
They are pretty slow, but they managed to catch you before you're able to react to Ruva sprinting out of the room. Okay, first one misses, second one hits, and third one hits. Alright, 3 and then 5 acid damage.
Okay.
As you turn to follow Ruva, a couple of them slime their way towards you, and the tendrils catch your back. And you feel some burns beginning to spread across them, but it is now your turn, Kaj.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get away then. Run.
Very well. Action disengage?
Yeah.
Alright. The slimes are quite slow. You manage to dodge the tendrils as you sprint your way down the hall, following the others. Alrighty. Okay. And you walk into the lair of the slimes. There's 17 more in this room.
Huh, well,
Nice.
Then I don't know why one of them was stuck in a crate.
He was happy there. You disturbed his sleep. Alright. The 4 of you dash your way down this hall, away from the slimes, as they slowly begin to follow you, just oozing at a not an incredibly fast pace. And you find yourselves in a rather large hall. It appears to be some form of dining hall. It has sort of a high roof, large tables and chairs around it, though the entire thing is rather overgrown. Even the floorboards are broken and rotten.
What is going on here?
Nothing. For a while, it seems like. So, guys, I was thinking, how funny would it be if when they said that it was below the birthright, they were talking about, like, directly below it?
Just like right underneath it.
Nobody
Yeah.
said below the birthright.
What? I don't know. She wasn't listening.
You think this leads back to the main chamber?
One should.
Does it go up or does it go down?
Goes
Should go
down.
down.
It's a rather old looking wooden staircase that goes downwards.
Nope, not at all.
Seems like an inefficient way to get a lot of people in here.
What do you mean? No, the reason we didn't come up this way was because those stairs are broken, remember?
I thought those stairs went down.
Yes. No, those went up. These go
Oh, then I was
these go
right.
down because
You were right. Yeah, I don't know what she's talking about.
what do you Okay.
No, I think you messed it up, Gale.
Nope, can't be.
Fair enough.
Impossible.
Well, it's not like I can go back that way.
I mean, you could. You're just gonna
No.
have a little conversation with Gerard.
Gerard's in the way, remember?
I mean,
We're
if,
leaving you here.
All right. So making your way down the wooden staircase, then.
Yep.
I presume Gale leading the way. You eventually come to a few of the stairs, part of the way down, that are sort of busted up, rotted away, and broken. And I can see the floor below you at the bottom, which appears to just be kind of stone tiling. The stairs that are broken, there's maybe about 4 of them in succession. Not an unreasonable jump.
all right, well, I'm jumping.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Do we have to roll for that?
No.
Roll not to
You
break
were-
ankle.
If you're trying to jump up it, then maybe, but you're jumping your way down it. So if you miss, you just sort of land. But you're aiming anyway.
Because I want to see. Yeah.
So what? Wait, what? Did we ever find out the scripture?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm kind of hoping that it's down here. I don't really know.
There's some people we can ask that might know more too.
Well, we've looked everywhere now.
We could always ask Llewellyn.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't he know?
Even Pavlova might know. At the very least, they know scripture, I think.
So you arrive back in the entrance hall to the monastery, where Pavlova is intently flipping pages. And Ruva, you can see Llewellyn sort of hovering over her, scratching his beard. But she turns towards you as you enter and says, did you manage to find anything?
We're looking for a scripture.
Actually, Gil, do you want to share that book?
Yeah, sure. Here you are.
All right. let's see. And she just sort of flips through the pages. If you want to sort of show her which ones are the ones that you were reading before.
Yeah, I'll specifically highlight the last one, but I'll show her each page that was of importance.
All right. And then she sort of flips through and intently reads them for a moment. And Ruby, you can see Llewellyn just kind of hovering over his shoulder, also scanning the pages. And after reading them, she just kind of stands there for a moment thinking and says, I see now why you're after scripture. Well, what sort of rooms did you find around the monastery? Well, I've not explored it myself.
Well, I mean, there was a crypt, a kitchen, some dorm rooms, a creepy evil dungeon filled with monsters, a chapel, um, another chapel.
You didn't find any scripture in the chapel?
Well, I mean, I don't think
DM
we
hint, let's
really
go.
looked.
Mhm.
When I was in there earlier, I was sulking, so I didn't really check.
I suppose that would be the place I'd start. I can't imagine it would be in the kitchen, and can't imagine anything would survive in a damp crypt. This scripture, it sounds like something important. And it
Sure hope it is.
sounds like, from the way this fellow writes, that it'd be something that anyone staying here would know. So, I suppose if anyone had access to it, you could check where there'd be the most amount of people.
True, true.
If not the chapel, then that would be my
Hey,
next.
guys, was there an inscription outside by that big statue that we went past to get in here?
Can answer it for you if you want.
Yeah. Was there?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it could always be in the kitchen. Always put it where they least expect it.
So the most people would have been in that big room full of beds, right? And then the chapel.
Probably
Well,
the bedroom.
the only place we would know 100% of the people would go would be the bathroom.
Well, there were 2 bedrooms also.
That's why I said it would be the bathroom. There was only one of those. But we already checked that.
I say we
To the
just check what
chapel, I
Pavlova
guess.
said.
To the chapel.
Yeah, the chapel.
This whole thing's kind of a chapel.
You're a chapel.
What does that mean?
Was that a real question? Rhetorical.
I mean, I asked it.
No, okay. Then I'm ignoring it.
I hope you find it. It certainly sounds like some sort of clue to what we're looking for.
Oh, what are you looking for? How's it going, Llewellyn? You hanging in there? Or floating in there, I guess?
Well, I must say it is a bit odd, being a ghost and all, but the system is working.
Oh, that's good. Pavlova, he says the system's working, so...
Well, that's
job.
good. I'm glad it can be of use. Well, let you get back to hunting. But if you need anything else looked at, we can take a peek at it for you. If there's anything you want to leave here while you go looking.
Oh yeah, I think we found stuff, right?
What about
Oh,
those shoes?
yeah. River's gonna take out the mask and the shoes. So these shoes are supposedly magical, and I have no idea what they do. And Llewellyn, is this the mask of the person that got you?
Aye, that would be the mask.
Hmm. Okay. Well, don't worry. I have his face now. So, and all of his clothes.
Whole thing gives me shivers if such a thing is possible.
Well, you give me shivers, so I guess it could be possible. What do the boots do?
Well, I'm not particularly familiar, but I suppose if you want to leave them here, I could have a look at them. I've seen a few magical artifacts in my day.
Okay. Ruva's just gonna put them on the table. I guess we'll be back, and if we find anything,
Very well.
we'll let you know.
Oh, Pavlova. If
Yeah,
you see
yes.
any square slimy guys, not friends.
Oh, all right.
I don't think they can make that jump and he's no point to where we came down.
Oh, that's true.
I see. Well, I will treat them as foe and promptly run away.
Oh,
Llewellyn
yeah,
will be
or
Stay
fine.
safe.
yeah. Or if you have fire, just throw it at them and run.
Oh, I see. Noted.
Okay. Say hi to Bobble for me.
All right. Gil, are you heading with? Presume?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Then the four of you make your way back up to the crossroads. Making your way back up those stone steps. To
All right.
where the path splits. Actually, let's take a quick break since we're right at 1:30. Before we get going into any other rooms, let's take a little 2-minute break.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I will almost certainly forget if we don't do it now.
No.
All right. So go and take care of anything you need to do. Grab a snack, grab a drink, go to the bathroom. Chat, that applies to you too. And we will be back in just a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Eh. What do you hope the shoes do, Ruba?
What do I want them to do, or what do
Yeah.
I think they do?
What do you hope they do?
I hope they make me jump really far.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Or make me completely silent.
Also, I'm like pretty hurt. Are you pretty hurt? I think you're pretty hurt too.
Oh yeah. I'm barely hanging on. And I know to stay out of Gerard's way now. But
Better?
Gerard Singh.
Junior and senior. Should get to make fun of his name.
All right. Missing anybody?
I'm here.
I am also here.
I too am here.
Very well. Then let us continue. So, the four of you make your way to the top of the stairs, the stone steps, and arrive back at the splitting of paths in the upper level of the monastery. And may now decide which way you want to go.
Hilariously, Aruba is gonna go back in.
Isn't the bedroom this way though?
I think the bedroom's downstairs.
Bedroom
There's
is
two bedrooms.
literally right
One's
here.
It's up
downstairs
this
and
way.
one's over here.
Alright, so I'll go to
Where
the
are you
room.
going, Ruby?
She's going to go grab her rope. Go, yeah, just
Okay.
just leave your rope places.
All right, you're just going to grab the rope, right? That's all?
Yep.
Okay, then we don't need to necessarily go over and RP that. As the other three head
no,
up,
no.
I'll just have you arrive a little after them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the three of you, with Ruva going to collect a rope, the three of you head north again, back to the large barracks hall with the assortment of beds.
So we're looking for some kind of book, right?
I don't really know what I'm looking for.
I don't either.
I was just gonna look for writing, see if there's anything you can't read.
I'm just gonna start like looking through the different beds.
All right. You guys can make a whoever has the highest can do it with advantage since there's all three of you. Just a general investigation, and I can summarize what you find.
I have a +3.
Plus
I've got
zero.
+1.
Alright. Advantage?
Yep. All right. So as Ruva's off collecting her rope, the three of you spend some time hunting around this hall here. And of course, as I mentioned last time, a lot of the beds have been sort of torn up and torn open with large slash marks across the mattresses and some of the stuffing kind of thrown out. And what remains of the beds is overgrown with foliage. But you spend some time kind of ducking under some of the beds, looking under them. And you eventually do find an old smashed up chest on the far end, and a few broken pots, as well as an old dragonborn skeleton. So hunting under the beds, you don't find much. You find sort of occasional old moldy clothing, moth-eaten and worn from time. The skeleton in this room appears to have been here for quite some time. Looks similar to the others that you've seen. I won't make you roll a medicine check for it.
Another one.
Now, the pots themselves, perhaps at one time held liquid, but now are old, shattered, and no longer carry much at all. The chest itself appears to have been just sort of split down the center. It has an old rusty lock on it, but whoever opened it clearly ignored that, as the lid to it is just sort of shattered in two. And you can look at the contents if you want.
Oh yeah, take a look.
All right. So the contents within it appear to have been just sort of mixed around and kind of haphazardly thrown apart. You can see just some kind of balled up old clothing. And then what appears to be rather dirty and grimy golden chain.
Okay, he's gonna
And-
pull the clothes on the chain out.
All right. The clothing is much like the others in this hall, just sort of humble commoners' clothing, very clearly designed for Dragonborn to wear, with room for tails and back spikes and all that. The chain itself, as I said, is quite grimy and old looking. Doesn't have any sort of pendant on it, but is nonetheless lying there. And then as you sort of begin to pull things out of this crate, you find just sort of scattered at the bottom of it a bunch of pieces of old looking parchment.
Can I read it?
You cannot. It is written in Draconic.
Okay.
Some of the pieces of parchment are kind of completely worn away, but you find a couple that have what appears to be legible text if only you could read it.
Hey, Gail, can you come take a look at this?
Hmm?
There's some stuff in here I can't read.
Oh,
Hey, Tibbs, and I'm gonna throw Tibbs the chain.
What? What?
Here.
all right. What does it say?
Well, I was hoping you'd tell me.
I think he was asking me.
Oh,
So
I was asking my conscience.
Gail, as you take a peek at these sheets of paper, they appear to be all the same. Each of the sheets holds the same text written upon it, and from what you can gather, does appear to be some form of religious text. Each of them reads as follows.
I don't understand. All of them seem to say one thing, or like one continuous phrase. All of them say, "Wretched kinslayers, curse ye for eternity. Pain seeps from her bones, bringing forth our birthright. We of the Silver Hunt shall claim it, and glory will fall upon us like rain." Oh, this must be it. This sounds like a chant.
Best
gonna try
idea
this
I
then.
got. Try it.
Alright.
Does this chain look special, Gale?
Conscience?
No, not magical.
I
No.
throw it away.
Just looks like a gross chain.
Yeah, I don't want to touch that.
you threw it away.
I just threw it like right there or something. I don't.
Very
Alright,
well.
guys, we're gonna pick it back up and put it in the clothes and carry it out. He's carrying the
Okay.
clothes still too.
Okay. Then the three of you make your way back towards the crossroads, and as you arrive at the splitting of the path, you come across Ruva on her way back from collecting her rope.
Here's some stuff, Ruva. I'm gonna hand
Oh.
you the clothes and the chain.
Thanks, gosh.
Am I,
What's
am I
the
missing
chain?
something? Why are we gathering clothes for Aruva?
Ruva likes clothes.
I like clothes. How do you not know this?
You like? Well,
We've
it's like
known each other
random
for 4
clothes
years.
though.
4 years.
We don't get out
We've
often, Tibbs.
lived
Come on.
together.
Yeah, but it's just random clothes
Yeah,
and
and
dead
you know
people's
how I am
clothes.
with it. I rehem it. I resew it. I make it look good. That's what I do. 4 years of this.
I've never seen you take a dead person's
how many dead
clothes in
people
4
did we-
years.
How many dead people did we know at the orphanage?
Exactly. That's why I'm asking.
But you know how I used to like reuse some of the stuff that the older kids had.
There's a difference between reusing orphan clothes and reusing dead people's clothes. That's why I was wondering, because I feel like
I am
those
saying
are not mutually exclusive.
No, they're not mutually exclusive at all. I never said they were. What's the chain?
Don't know.
Some grimy, nasty chain.
Just gotta clean it up.
Yeah.
I don't want
I
to
can
touch it though. I like my hands clean.
Okay.
Gail's got some fancy words to use up here.
Oh, you guys found. Oh, the scripture thing? You figured it out?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Cool. What was it?
Well, come and find out.
What do you mean? Okay, I was gonna say, you're behind us.
Joke's on you, I'm fast. Alright. So, for good measure, I'm going to get on my knees like I'm praying. I look casually down because I already forgot the scripture. Richard Kinslayer's curse ye for eternity. Pain seeps from our bones, bringing forth our birthright. We of the Silver Hunt shall claim it, and glory will fall upon us like rain.
As you speak those words, Gale, you hear a loud stone grinding, and as you hear this noise, you see the gemstone sitting in the front of the plaque just sort of flash brightly. And as the stone rings out, you see the statue begin to move. And, oops, my bad. Oh, weird. Alright, well, the statue moves out of the way.
Wow.
I really thought that I had that, and it was not there. Very well. Fuck me, I guess.
I'm convinced it's just because you knew you didn't want me to be right. Called it from the get-go, and you played it off so well. Now you're just making me go crazy.
That's
No,
also
I-
water.
Literally have a second map for it moved out of the way, and it just isn't there. I could have sworn that I put it there. Should we hunt for it?
Sucks.
I wonder if I actually have it now that I think about it. Did I add it to this but not put it in? I could have sworn I put it there.
What's that? Quick bathroom break? Alright.
I wish I'd realized this earlier. Damn, that sucks. Oh, oh, oh. Alright. Go off this page for a sec. Go back there.
Okay.
Chat, you guys get to watch me do this.
Whoa,
Oh.
how do we get here?
Whoa, guys. I thought we were in there already.
Speed run, ready?
Those are fantastic words. They made us go backwards.
Or maybe we were here the whole time.
No.
Well, I don't know how anything works. I talked to a ghost.
That's cool.
Yeah, what was that thing with the slime? Why the
Hmm?
fuck did you do?
What thing with the slime?
What?
I was right next to you. I saw it. You like
Me?
some
Oh, Gerard Sr.?
something something like wailed on it.
What?
Like a ghost or something. Like what was that?
Ask the one who can see ghosts.
I am.
Oh, okay. See, I wasn't listening because I thought you were talking to Gale.
What?
Am I the one that's stupid?
I ask
Guys, just
myself
gonna
that every
pat him on
day.
the shoulder and then walk away.
Alright. The large grinding noise and the statue slides out of the way.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All that just for that. Okay. Thank you for putting up with
Worth it.
my need to have that attention to detail. And so as the statue sort of grinds its way across this floor, moved seemingly by magic, It reveals a stone staircase leading further down below the monastery.
I wonder if we should light a
How are we
candle
all?
or something.
Okay.
I
Get
can
up
see,
your
but
flame.
if y'all have one.
Yep, Rube's gonna
See.
ask Kosh to light the candle. I have 3 perfectly fine ones, and then I have one that's almost gone, and then I have one that's half gone.
Why do you
Why do you have so
want to
many
use
candles?
a candle?
What do you mean? Okay, fine. Well, I like to be with the ability to be autonomous, but sure.
Oh,
I guess I'll
why I
just
got
follow
mine.
you around.
This quest has only driven us farther apart.
Just, just like wave your candle in if you need to go somewhere. I need to waste the entire time.
Really? I think I'm having quite a bit of fun.
I am too, but
If anything, you and I have gotten closer. I mean, we had a front
I-
together.
everyone's turned into an old couple.
I'm really looking forward to getting some sleep, actually.
I feel terrible.
You always
I
feel
think-
terrible.
No, sometimes
Maybe we shouldn't
I
go into
feel
the
okay. No,
ominous hole.
you're right. Most times I feel terrible.
Should we like take in like an hour break and
No,
go
I
down the
need
hole?
to sleep.
I need some
need-
good sleep.
I need a
Okay,
lot
well-
of time.
It's like afternoon, so
Sleeps for the week.
still
You
got
have been-
time.
You have been wandering around a little bit longer. I think we were already at like 5 something last session. I'd say it's probably 7 or 8 now.
This has been a very long day.
Yes.
Fine.
We were up early. I didn't really sleep well last night.
You never sleep well.
No, well, see, there were people trying to
Talk to you. You're
break
always hearing
in.
whispers. Oh,
Okay, yes, that was another thing. But we were watching that place, remember? And for a bunch of the night, we got a little sleep, but
That was your idea, though.
still. And I got the. You know what? This isn't even important.
all right. Well, I
Okay.
guess I'll just sleep over here.
We're,
I'm sleeping right
we're going to
now?
sleep. What?
We're
We just
sleeping.
opened this hole.
In this.
We should just take a look inside first and see.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god.
What? They said it on me. It's their idea.
All right. Then you make your way down this dark stone staircase and find yourselves in a very dark chamber below the chapel.
Oh. Oh
Looks like I need
no.
some sleep, guys.
Oh no. Oh no.
What's the right time to
No.
go to sleep? All right. Well, I'll just stay in this corner.
You should
What?
sleep with the ghost, actually.
Oh, do I see anything shiny?
Do you see anything at all?
I'm kind of hoping that shiny works in dark.
You sort of feel like the shadows of this chamber kind of hang in the air like fog. As they sort of
Nope.
twist and churn. But Gail, you do sort of see a small glint at the very far side of the room, though it is quite far away.
Oh.
Gail. Gail.
Ruva's going back up the stairs.
Oh no.
Gail, we're
Ruva
gonna.
is climbing
We'll
the
be back down
stairs.
here.
We're all dead.
Gail.
What?
We'll be back
Gail.
down here.
Gail.
Ruva has left.
We need to recover a little
Gail.
bit, okay?
Gail, please.
Can we sleep down here?
No.
Definitely not.
It's already dark. What do you mean? Perfect
This
setting.
isn't normal darkness.
Even better
This
to fall
is
asleep.
advanced dark.
Come on. Let's go. Don't you want to see what them boots do?
No, I want to see what's shiny over there.
Yeah, you want to see what them boots do. Let's go.
Fine.
Very well. You climb your way back up the stairs, back to the chapel.
Oh, it's so
Nope,
bright in
the
here.
fuck out of there.
Gross.
Let's go hang
Wait,
out
What's for
with
dinner tonight, guys?
Why are we going over there?
Heidi and stuff.
Why not?
Going to
have
see
we-
what the boots do.
Yeah,
We can do the booth over here.
we're not
The
gonna
boots are
No,
downstairs.
The boots are downstairs.
have love alone overnight.
Walking.
Just
Alright.
run. You like to do that.
Then,
Alright.
making your way through the stone doors that lead to the chapel, you quickly march your way back down the stairs to the entrance hall of Lampios Christ.
Boy, oh boy.
We're back.
Where
There's some spooky things.
Pavlova just sort of looks up at you. Oh, that was fast. Did you find anything else?
Yep. I'm going to
Yeah.
bed. I'm
That's
too
a
tired to
tomorrow
think of
issue.
anything.
I think we're gonna rest up for the night, Pat.
I think we found our chamber.
What them boots do.
I see. Well, that makes sense. It's better to be well rested and ready than to be caught when you're exhausted.
Metaphorical, pants down.
I'm afraid you'll have to probably ask Llewellyn what the boots do.
Okay. Hey, Llewellyn. Have you figured out the boots yet?
I've had to look at them, yes.
Okay. Cool. Do you know anything about them?
Well, I must say that they are quite appropriate for assassin's garb. That is where you got them.
Yes, I took it off a dead body.
Well, the boots appear to be enchanted with some sort of enchantment that seems to mask footprints.
That's cool. Okay. Hey guys, it makes it so that you don't leave footprints.
Ah,
But we saw footprints on the way here, right, Cal?
Well, of course we did. The
I was looking for the
scholars.
researches then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Guy's just gonna think to himself about how fresh they were, but then
I'm going to bed.
Well, I'm gonna wear the boots. Thank you, for saying what they are.
He continues to explain them, but I can't do any more in character. It won't make any sense.
Oh, okay.
If I
So
can
I'll-
read scripture in that awful accent, I think you can do it.
No, I mean, there's no reason for Llewellyn to know what DCs are.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So I'll just send it to you.
Okay. Ruben puts the boots on, but
There you are.
Hey, it's simple, lass. Just roll a DC saving throw of 13.
So essentially, wearing the boots makes you harder to track. Increasing DCs made to track you guys, or anyone wearing the boots, rather. And in addition, you can use them to not leave any footprints behind. And when you activate that effect, a set of similar footprints will sort of break off and head in a random direction away from you to attempt to mislead anyone following you.
oh, that's cool.
As I said, assassin's garb.
Yeah.
I am bed rolled up, just sleeping right here.
Very well.
Yeah, we're just gonna just go to the side of the stairs and rest up there.
All right.
Gale sleeps in Llewellyn's tent. The tent of the dead.
It is an empty tent. It's like the only tent without a corpse in it. So
No one's using it.
Pavlova just kind of eventually crawls up on the stairs.
Oh, kitten.
Yeah, so with the dwindling light of day, you curl up for a rest in the entrance hall of Lalanthrios Karst and can all perform long rests.
Thank Babylon. Hmm.
Alrighty.
All right. Feeling better?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna like juggle a little bit of fire. Show off a little bit.
Nice.
I'm not scared of no caverns no more. Where's Gale at?
Cool.
That'd be up early.
Oh, hey, Gail.
Hello.
Pavlova just sort of pulls herself awake, yawning, and just. Morning, everybody. You planning on heading back up into the monastery?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wanna come
Alright.
with?
No.
I think I'll be all right here. I've been all right here so far, so I think I'll stay here.
Alright.
Plus, you need to help Llewellyn.
Of course, yes.
It's a very important job.
Hey Riva.
Yeah.
Did Llewellyn sleep?
Llewellyn, did you sleep? I was gonna ask him that, but then I thought it was rude. Kaz was asking.
Of course not.
He said, He said no. I was gonna lie about it, but no.
Okay. Must get kind of boring.
He's getting work done.
It's
think it's
dreadfully
getting
dull
very
when the
nice.
rest of you fall asleep. Nothing to do.
He says it's boring when we go to sleep, though.
Yeah, nobody's alive to. I mean, awake. Sorry. To turn the pages.
But he technically, inadvertently, was our guard all night. So we all got to have a nice night's rest. So thank you.
Thanks,
Llewellyn.
Llewellyn. I'm gonna look in like complete like different direction for you actually.
He's over
Aye.
that table.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, thank
I
you.
was standing guard, of course.
I figured you'd mention it if someone tried to come in and kill us. Is
Aye,
all.
of course. As the four of you climb your way back up those stairs towards the crossroads, and presumably make your
Gale
way back
way
to
out in
the
front.
presumably make your way back towards the chapel.
Hey guys, I got a question.
Hmm?
We know Riva can talk to ghosts now.
Do we? Or is it just him? Maybe
Am I a
it's this
ghost?
place.
Are you a ghost, Tibbs?
No.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
Well, you guys don't look the same. Except for maybe Gale. I guess they're both bluish.
Are you a ghost, Kill?
Maybe.
Am I a ghost? Is that why? No.
That would
I would
explain why you
know.
can talk to them.
I would
Is
know,
this
right?
an existential morning?
Ruva is extremely, uh, like, wrapped up about this. Trying to think if they're really dead or not. When could I have died?
All right. The chapel is as you left it, with the statue still out of the way. And as you pass by, you notice that gemstone that sat in the front of it has sort of lost all of its color. It now just appears like clear glass in its indentation. And make your way back down to the hidden chamber below the statue. Hold on a sec. Where'd we lose?
I accidentally yeeted it off the map.
That's what I figured happened. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding under somebody else. All right. So climbing your way back down the stairs, you arrive in the very dark chamber below the chapel. And it is also as you left it, with shadows sort of churning in the air like fog.
Gosh, can you light this candle for me?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Can produce flame and then just hold it up to
She does the one that's half.
you. Okay. Show us the shinies.
So Gale, as you make your way across the chamber, you'll just hold on for a moment. You can see sort of large stone pillars that reach up to the roof of this chamber, lining sort of a center walkway here. And on the far side of the chamber, you can see what appears to be the massive skull of some sort of dragon. And sitting right on the top of its nose, just right at the edge, is what is glinting. It's hard to see what it is from here. You have to get closer. But as you sort of approach it, you can see that these shadows that are sort of churning throughout the air like fog all begin to sort of draw themselves towards a certain point right here. And they sort of pull away from the air, leaving you just in normal darkness as they begin to gather at a central point right here.
Is it safe to move, Conscience?
If you'd like to, you can move. Not quite that far, but you can begin to walk towards it if you want.
Is this alright right here?
Yeah, you're fine. So you take a few more steps towards it. Ruva, you can see sort of in the darkness and your candlelight. Old, unlit torch sconces from some of the pillars here.
Ruva's gonna light them.
Hang on there, Tubbs. And as Gale draws closer to what appears to be just sort of a small, flat stone sitting on this giant skull, these shadows begin to sort of rise up. They were gathering in a pool on the floor, but they begin to rise up into a shape. And at first it's just sort of a vague figure, and then it begins to sharpen and solidify into a form. And as it sort of forms itself, tendrils of shadow sort of cascading off it like smoke. You see it holding a blade. It is sort of a long sword with black steel. And as the creature looks at you directly in the eye, Gil, you recognize it. It looks identical to the statue that moved out of the way to allow you entry into this chamber. Even the sword is identical.
But wasn't Yarn Cole white?
Perhaps, but this figure in front of you is made almost entirely of shadow.
I say out loud, Yarn Cole?
As the figure sort of rises up and stands across from you, gaining form, it makes sort of a flourish with its blade, almost a salute towards you, and then takes a combat stance. And as it takes its stance, Gale, your eyes are drawn left and then right as the two large statues begin to move. Roll initiative, everybody.
That's cheating. It's 3-on-1.
Aren't you glad we got some sleep?
They did say Yarn Cole was the guardian of this place.
That's not fair. Give me a 1-on-1.
Wait. I can't tell. Are the statues moving right now?
It's like,
Yep.
Ruf is gonna put the candle or the candle somewhere or light this torch.
All right. There we go. Now then. As the statues begin to move, and the shadowy figure of Yaren Kull gives a flourish with his blade, the torches around the room immediately crackle to life.
Wow.
And your battle begins. First to act is Ruva, as this torch crackles to life in front of you, and you're now able to see a lot better around this room. What would you like to do?
Ruf's gonna hilariously pull out her bow and try and kill this dude.
Very well. A 17 will hit. For 8 piercing.
And then I guess sheathe the bow and end turn.
One moment.
Oh.
As your arrow sort of collides with this shadowy figure of Yarenkal, the arrow just sort of vaguely passes through it and, losing a lot of its momentum, just sort of clatters to the floor beyond it. He does not take 8 piercing, he takes 4.
Hmm.
Alright, continue.
Sheathe the bow and turn.
Farewell. The spirit of Yarenkal just forward towards you go. And with a flourish will swing its blade at you. Two-handed. And an 18 will hit. For 6 slashing.
Can I retaliate with Hellish Rebuke?
Of course. Alright, let me make a dex. He rolled a 22, so that will save.
Alright, I believe it's half damage.
Indeed.
Great. 8 damage.
Alright, and he will take the full 8. And that will be the end of his turn. Which will bring us to your turn, Gal.
Alright, so I'll bonus action Hexblade's Curse.
Presumably on the guy in front of you.
Correct.
Very well.
And now I'll go ahead and 2 hands swing back.
Very well. Alright, you hit.
Don't believe that counts the... Oh, I don't think that counts the Hexblade damage, which would be another 2 damage. Wait. Oh, that's a 19. No, it's not natural. I lied. I got excited. Believe that's 12, I think. Because it says I already get a +2 to damage before the Hexblades.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just reading something. Alright, so your blade also sort of phases slightly through him as you slash at this shadowy form. Is there anything else to go?
No, that's the end of my turn.
Very well. One of the statues begins to lumber towards you. And Kaj, it is your turn now.
Okay. Kaj is gonna move right here,
Very well.
and I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on the guy in front of Gale.
Okay.
This guy. So that'll be 3 of these.
All of them?
Is that one it?
Yep.
Cool. 7.
That one does not.
And that.
That one does. Lots of 11s.
Yeah, 3.
All right. Then Gil, you sort of have to duck your head out of the way as 3 beams of scorching heat pierce the shadowy form in front of you. And you see sort of the shadow kind of disperse for a second as it takes each of these shots right to the chest. And then it reforms itself, gripping its sword. Is there anything else, Kosh?
And I'm gonna take a step back again, then my turn.
Very well. Ruva, just you snap there.
Oops, sorry.
All right. Now. Kaj, as you end your turn, Yaron Cole is going to use a legendary action. And you see him just sort of summon up all these shadows around him and almost grow larger. And you see it sort of lose the shape that it currently has. This champion that's sort of about the same size as you. And you see it grow larger and larger. And Yaron Cole swaps places with one of the statues. And is now that statue's turn. What a coincidence. Oops, I accidentally typed that in wrong. Jeez. Alright. And that statue, hefting a large, blunted stone sword, is going to swing it at you, Gale. And I believe a 20 will hit.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And it just sort of slams this sword into you with quite a bit of force. And you take 6 bludgeoning. And that will be the end of the statue's turn. Which will bring us to Dibber.
Alright, I'm gonna run up here and two-handed swipe at this guy.
Yep. Alright, you land a hit against the massive statue.
And the
And-
mark.
Marking him.
Pull out shield and turn.
Very well. Alrighty. Then with your turnover, we move back around to Ruva.
Rova is going to move here.
Very well.
And then with daggers, try and hit this guy.
Very well. Make your first attack. 10 will not hit. You just sort of glance right off the stone and don't cause any damage. 11 will
time.
also not hit.
Yep. Yeah, I guess I can't move without an opportunity attack, right?
Correct, as you've already used your action and bonus action on your attacks, so
Okay,
you can't
so-
bonus disengage.
Okay, so she'll just makes a noise of annoyance and ends her turn.
Very well.
Oh, brilliant.
Gale and Ruva, I'm going to need you guys to make con saves for me. All right. Then Ruva. Ruva, you take 8 cold damage, and Gale, you take 4. As the shadow sort of drifts towards you, and from its mouth breathes a large cone of cold, if you will. That'll be the end of his turn, which brings us to Gale.
That's not really fair. I can't do any of that. Do you think I'm able to get over here?
Doing so would step you out of this one's range, so you would take an opportunity attack. If I presume you mean like that. Or,
Yeah.
Actually, no, you could just walk right through Ruva, so never mind. You're good.
If that's okay.
Yeah, you're good. Just tell Ruva to duck and do a little jump over.
Let's get over.
Yes.
Goes me. We're gonna test something. We're going to attempt to hold person.
Very well. He saves.
Alright, well, I tried.
Presumably on him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah. Yeah, he definitely
The
saves.
big one.
All right. If that is all,
Yep, that's another turn.
then the massive statue to the side will take another step towards you, Tibber, and swing at you with its giant blunt stone sword. But a 14 is insufficient. So as it swings, you manage to duck under it and it smashes into this column instead.
Fucking hell.
Leaving chunks of stone flying through the air. Kaj, it's now your turn.
They're not that scary, right, Tibbs?
Nah.
All right. I was gonna run up, and I want to do a cure wounds on Gale,
Very well.
and then I want a healing word, Ruva.
Very well.
Damn.
All right. The two of you feel some of your
Hilariously ironic.
wounds close themselves up again.
I'm gonna back up and end my turn.
Very well.
He can back-to-back spell.
I was about to say, I didn't want to be that guy, but you can do 2-level spells?
Healing word is bonus action.
Right.
Yeah, but they're both leveled
Oh.
spells.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Okay.
I mean, I would love to get the healing. I just don't want to cheat the game.
Yeah, no, you're right. That just slipped my mind. For some reason, the bonus action part of it made my brain think cantrip, but there's no way that's a cantrip. So you are correct.
I
Okay.
wish, bro.
Well, I'll undo my. I'll undo
Okay.
my thing.
Would you rather
Yeah.
heal her?
Healing
Or...
word then, and
Yeah,
then
Well, you did it that way, so the second one
Yeah.
doesn't count.
Yeah, we'll undo Ruva.
Alright.
Next time,
In
just
that
shut up and I'll
case-
let it pass.
I was going to. I was really contemplating saying something.
Nah, I'm too wholesome.
Yeah, I didn't want to
Nah,
be that guy.
it's good to remind me if I ever forget little things like that, because I am often exhausted.
Okay.
And
Then you
little
just get
things will
shillelagh ready. And then
slip
turn.
my brain. Farewell. Alright, this massive statue will swing its sword at Ruva. And Tibber's mark on it will do so with disadvantage. And so that will miss.
Nice.
Hello to you too.
As this one swings its massive blade, you manage to dodge it as well. And it collides only with the stone tiles below. So Tibber, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna swing at this guy.
Farewell.
Not good.
12 will miss.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alright. Then Ruva, it's now your turn.
Okay. Aruba is. Yeah. Gonna try and hit that guy again.
This one. Very well. That will of course.
Feels bad.
Alright, and the second strike will miss as well, unfortunately.
Maybe I should name you. I seem to have a better time killing things I give names.
Not off to a good start.
Yeah, I think she's done.
All right. And if that's all, Ruva,
Yep.
Yeren Cole is going to swing his sword once again at you, Gil.
Let me guess, he hits.
Well, it was a 15.
Yup.
For 3 slashing, as he did not roll very well on that part either.
Thank goodness.
But
Hmm.
as he hits you with his sword this time, you see sort of the black blade flash for a moment, and you feel sort of a fear grip you for just a moment. That's all. He'll end his turn.
That's all, huh?
Bringing us to your turn, Go.
Does the fear overwhelm me? Or do I still have the will to hit him?
You're not frightened, you just sort of feel this uneasy feeling. But you don't have the frightened condition, if that's what you're asking.
Alright, then I'll close one eye and hit him.
Oh. That will hit.
12 damage.
Alright, once again your blade sort of phases slightly through him.
Oh,
As
do
you-
I need... I'm sorry, do I need to roll for concentration for X-Blades, or is that something that's static?
I forget. What's the wording on it? Slipping my brain.
As a bonus, you choose a target. It ends early if the target dies, you die, or you are incapacitated.
And you're all good.
Sweet. Okay.
Alrighty. If that is all,
Yep, I'm all good.
then we'll roll back around to the massive statue.
He's no longer marked.
Indeed, yeah, I was going to remove that from him. Who swings his sword once again at Ruva. But a 10 will not hit you.
Huzzah.
The swing it swipes at you with is a bit slower this time, and you're easily able to step out of the way. Passing us right along to Kosh.
Okay. I'm gonna roll up next to him and take a swing at him with the try.
Very well. That'll hit.
Alright. And then now I'll use my healing word on Ruva.
Very well.
Oh.
Better roll this time too, so perfect. all as planned.
Calculated.
Yeah, it was a calculated move to re-roll that. Very well. Alright. Large statue takes a swing at Timber. This one rolled a 10 too. I cannot believe that was a double 10.
Easy.
These guys have to go back to reform school. Back to bad guy school.
They are statues, after all. They're a little stiff.
Indeed. All right, that one misses you, Tiber, passing the initiative right along to you. I accidentally switched them, but whatever.
Hit this guy.
Very well.
Yikes.
That'll miss.
That's my turn.
Very well. All right, Ruva.
We're just gonna go with that guy and say, I think I'll name you Nyx. And, try and hit him. Guess not.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is impressive, honestly.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Well, both blows glance off the large stone armor of this statue and do not
Wow.
manage to chip away at it at all.
So many crit fails.
I know that is absolutely brutal, but
Yeah.
I mean, at least they're missing two.
Yeah.
Can feel a little bit better about that.
She says, I guess you don't like that name. And, ends her turn.
Very well. All right. First thing Yaren Cole will do as a bonus action, you see the shadows sort of swirl around him and then disperse into smoke.
Nope.
And yeah. And then that'll be the end of his turn. All right, Gil, it's now your turn.
I don't want it to be. That's not fair. He's gone. My nose is itchy. That's a bad time. I imagine this one doesn't really look like he's in pain per se.
I don't think any of them are.
It has sort of a couple chunks chipped away at its armor, but it's still standing solid.
Alright, I guess I'll swing at it.
Very well.
Should have known.
Everybody's rolling low tonight.
What
Must
do you
be
mean?
the-
I was
must be the
rolling
darkness.
fine.
Hmm,
I was
change.
rolling fine until he played Pansy and then went invisible. Cheating. It's the end of my turn.
Where are my dice? I'm changing my dice.
Bollocks.
All right. So I did them in the wrong order last time, but we'll do it in the right order this time. This one swings at you, Tiber.
Bring it.
This time managing to land a hit.
Fuck. Anytime I say
Alright.
something.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the rule.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
And that will be... I can find the right dice. That'll be 9 bludgeoning,
Ouch.
as it lands a solid hit on you, rattling your bones ever so slightly. Which brings us to Kash.
Okay. I think gonna cast detect magic.
All right.
And take a couple steps in right here, and then my turn there.
Very well. You can see the statues themselves sort of glowing, with just sort of a faint aura, as well as the stone behind them. But other than that, nothing else in the room.
Okay.
This statue will swing once more against Ruva. Let's see if we can hit this time, shall we? Break the curse.
Please,
Okay,
no, please, no,
that
please,
time we
no.
land a hit. That's a 16. Let's go.
Let's fucking
Score
go.
one for the bad guys. Let's go.
Hey, if I'm not their cheerleader, then no one will be. Everybody's rooting for you guys, so I have to root for them.
Are they rooting for us at this point?
I don't know. Chad, are you rooting for them? They can answer.
They were making bets on who's gonna die.
So that'll be 4 bludgeoning Ruva, as he did not roll very well on his damage roll.
Whew.
So Tibber, it's your turn now. As you recover from a rather solid blow you took.
Oh my. Is that good?
A 15 will hit.
Fucking thank God. It was one-handed.
Wow, lucky.
Wait, that was
Mark him.
4
right.
bludgeoning?
Action
right.
surge.
Okay.
Hit this guy.
All right, that'll hit as well.
Again, one-handed because I have shield. And mark him too. Only took 3 turns for that to work out. Holy shit. That'd be my third.
All right. Tibber carves chunks of stone off these 2 statues as he slashes at them. Ruva, follow-up is yours.
Okay, Ruva's gonna hope the curse is broken and say, how about the name Tax?
See? Curse
Okay.
broken.
And then
Alright.
the other one.
Plus sneak attack damage.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Then as it reels from the strike Tibber made against it, you follow up with quick stabs, maybe right along some of the cracks in its stony surface. And as you sort of stab at those cracks, you see them spread all the way up its chest, forming much larger cracks along this statue.
Okay. Okay, and then the next one, just gonna go for that. Oh, dang, only one. And then, can choose whales.
Yep, you can use whale if you want.
Okay.
Against,
Well, it's gonna be the other one.
Yeah.
And she says, well, nice to meet you, Dax. And ends your turn.
Alright. Then, as you use Whales from the Grave, rest of you hear sort of an eerie shriek ring out, and Tibber, you kind of notice parts of this statue just crumble as if they just aged quickly in a few seconds. that'll bring us to Aaron Cole's turn. And as your attention is sort of focused on these statues after the shadows that make up the former champion dispersed, they begin to draw themselves up again behind you all, forming the Dragonborn figure once more. And as this figure appears behind you, it begins to release shadows in all directions, and you feel tendrils wrap around each one of you as you're all in range, baby.
Love that for us.
Love it when a plan comes together.
Hmm.
So that will be charisma saving throws for everybody.
Oh, I'm amazing at these.
Why? That was supposed to be my best thing.
Not gonna lie, that
Nice.
die was cocked on the screen, but I'll take it. More in a fucking 2 than a 17, but game loves me. Oh, I didn't do a save. My bad.
Right,
It's
yeah.
the same modifier.
If it's the same mod, we'll use that one then.
Yeah.
It's only if it's a
my
different
fault.
modifier, then we could reroll it. But if it's the same, there's no point in rerolling. I don't think you want to reroll it anyway. Alrighty. Gale and Tibber, you guys save.
Pog.
And let me double check something.
Wish Mickey. That's what I'm gonna call Ruva now.
So those who failed, which is Kaj technically and Ruva, will take 12 necrotic. Kaj only taking 6.
12 necro. Okay.
Ouchie.
And the others will take 6 as well.
Okay.
As these tendrils just sort of wrap around you and begin to choke the life out of you. And that'll be the end of his turn, which brings us to Gale.
Alright, well, excuse me, Ruva, pardon me, coming through. Hello, beautiful. This one, by the way. If you can tell by the fact that I hit.
You do.
Oh, good. Sorry, it was just empty talk. 13 damage. Haha.
Alright. Your blow lands solid, and you just sort of send shadows shooting off into every direction as it pulls itself back together again.
And now it'll be my turn.
Pharaoh. Then the next thing that's going to happen is another legendary action from our friend here. Who's going to extricate himself from that situation by doing that.
Swan.
Hey, baby.
Which brings us to that statue's turn. We'll swing at Tibber. He's got a lot of targets. I think we'll go after the one that he's already been fighting.
Bring it.
That was a 20 on the nose, not natural.
Alright.
See, you can't taunt him. He'll always hear it.
Man.
And that will be a very low roll for just 4 bludgeoning.
Ah, yes. Only
Yeah, I was gonna say just.
level 3, by the way.
That'll be the end of his turn, which brings us to Kaj.
Okay. I want to cure wounds on Ruva.
Very well.
And then circle back a bit. And then my turn.
Alright.
Always appreciated, gosh.
Feel strength return to your Ruva. That brings us to this statue here. I was going to attempt to strike Gale with disadvantage from that. And so it will miss with a 5.
That's a first.
Which brings us to your turn, Tibber.
Yeah.
Target rich environment.
Yeah, tell me about it. Let's hit the shadow.
Very well. You do hit him.
4 damage.
And
And
even less than that, as you just
Right,
sort of feel like you
resistant.
just struck air. Your swing doesn't really have much weight to it as you hit this shadow.
Wow.
And
That's
one
my turn.
second, wind, heal yourself for 5 hit points.
Not very good, not very good.
But perhaps enough to last one more turn. That's all that counts. Which brings us to Ruva's turn.
Was gonna continue to hit backs. Or try to. That's the 4th one. Always.
Alright, bro, come on, come on.
Something
Wow.
is very wrong.
That is brutal.
Amazing. Almost amazing. One could even say.
Yeah, almost impressive, yeah. The
I don't
13
think that
will
hit.
also not hit.
Yep. Okay. Well, Ruben's done.
Very well. Yaren Cole will make a swing against you, Tibber. But you bring your shield up in time and deflect the blow away from you. Gale, it's your turn.
What am I supposed to do if he keeps running from me? The hell?
Run after him, brother.
It's like he's smart.
Gale kind of sandwiched her, huh?
It's not fair. Fine, we'll take the disengage action.
Okay.
Where are you
So-
gonna go?
I'm disappointed. Excuse me! Big butt.
I can't help it.
Stop moving already! Jesus. That's the end of my turn.
Very well. These are gone, yeah? Tib?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Just keeping track of a lot, so I wanted to double check with you.
You're
The
good.
statue nearby you, Tibber, will actually turn and swing at Kaj. And that will be a hit at 17. for 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Which actually passes the initiative right to you, as you recover from the wound this creature just gave you, this statue. What do you want to do now?
Okay. Does it cost me anything to drop something?
No, you can just throw it on the ground.
Okay. Can I throw my staff, the shillelagh, on the ground real quick?
Okay,
And then I want to cast Flame Blade,
very well. Very cool.
and then take a swing on the statue in front of me.
All right, that'll hit. You swing this sword of flames at this massive statue, and not only do you sort of chip a large chunk off of it, you see it just kind of, the heat start to melt some of the stone too.
Sweet. Okay. And now I'm my turn.
Very well. The other statue is going to take another swing at Ruva. See if the curse is back for him too. Alright, he misses too.
Yeah.
At least it's you guys are like soul linked or something. If he hits, you hit. If you miss, he misses.
I'm just gonna take him out before he takes me out.
Right. And after missing that, I think he's just gonna take a step that way. Which brings us to Tibber's turn.
This puts me in a predicament. I'm gonna hit the guy.
Alright. You hit him?
Rolling the lottery, apparently. All 7s. I'll mark him.
No, you do not, because as you swing at Yarenkull, this statue steps in the way and takes the blow.
I'll mark that guy.
You-
Mark whoever the fuck I hit.
Actually, you don't, because as you strike this statue as it steps in the way, it crumbles to pieces.
Right.
Dax, no!
Meant to do that. That'll be my turn.
Thorough. Ruva, it's now your turn. One of the statues nearby crumbled under Tibber's sword. What do you want to do now?
Well. Wait, can I. No, we've had this conversation before. I think we're gonna have to throw my daggers down.
It's too big, I'm
And
just going
to
to
get
delete
the
it.
bow. Yeah, to get the bow out and shoot it, I have to throw my daggers, correct?
Yeah, you have to toss them down on the ground.
Okay.
Sort of the
she's gonna-
trade-off of...
She's gonna drop the daggers, take out the bow, and one of the chain arrows,
Alright,
and then try and shoot it at that guy.
very well. That will hit.
What? Okay.
So while you're not quite aware of what these do yet, I'll behind the scenes do it for you.
Huzzah! I took a gamble. Hopefully it's not a healing arrow.
Yeah, you know, the healing chains. Classic.
Yeah! You know, the chains of healing. Everyone learned that story.
All right. Fails a save, and you see as the arrow pierces kind of the center of this shadowy figure. You see the chains that were sort of this forming the shaft of the arrow go limp and then lengthen and begin to wrap around the shadowy form here, constricting it.
Guess I can't run now.
Well, I mean, it's still a shadow.
Yeah. Riva's gonna end her turn.
And so you still deal your normal damage to him though as well. Though this ammunition is a little better. So he's gonna take full damage from it. Anything else?
Nope.
Barrow. Alright, as these magical chains wrap around the creature, around the shadowy form of the past champion, it's going to attempt to free itself this turn using its action to do so. Succeed, but consume its action doing that. And then just move slightly. So that'll be his turn. So Gale, it's now your turn.
You already know.
Swinging.
Aww.
Swipe at it, but it's ready for you as it bursts out of the chains. Manages to dodge the blow.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, then next is a large statue. Which will take a swing at Urva. That will hit.
No, not now, Rex. I'm busy.
That'll hit you for 7 bludgeoning. As the massive stone sword slams into you.
Okay.
Kaj, it's your turn now.
Okay. Am I able to move right here? Or is it like stuck right between the pillars?
Yeah, you can get there. There's enough space. This creature doesn't take up an actual square, so there's enough space
Okay.
in between you to get right there if you want to.
Okay, I want to get over there and then swing on the shadow with some sword.
Very well, go ahead.
Whiff on the
Swipe
shadow
at
with the
you,
broadsword.
but it brings up its own mystical-looking sword to reflect your blow and knock it to the side.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, on my turn.
All right, that brings us to the crumbled statue, and then right back around to Tibber.
Oh, wait.
All right, you slash at the shadowy figure, and you hit. Well, I suppose it doesn't
Going
matter.
down the
So
list,
many
apparently.
sixes.
Next is going to be all 5s.
Once more, the statue steps in the way.
Cool. If he's alive, I mark him.
It is. As the statue takes the hit for the shadowy figure. Alrighty.
Excuse me.
I got very worried for a second. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
Gale, that'll be a con save.
Wow, I feel like that was suboptimal, but okay.
That's a con save with disadvantage from you as fear strikes you as the creature wells up. Alrighty. So that will be 11 cold damage.
And Gale goes down.
He fucking dies.
The rest of you see the shadowy figure sort of swell up and breathe that large breath of frosty air and see it just kind of completely consume Gale. And when it clears, you can see Gale lying on the floor, covered in a thin layer of frost. Alright, Ruva, it's your turn now.
Okay, bonus action disengage, move here, shoot chain arrow at that thing.
Alright.
Did that work? No!
This time you don't manage to hit him, and the arrow sails harmlessly past, clattering to the stone floor beyond him.
Well, she can't do anything about that. Okay. She's gonna end her turn. Actually, wait. No, she's gonna move here and end her turn.
Very well. After sort of riposting your slash, Kaj with your flame sword is going to strike back at you with its black steel blade. And that is going to hit with a 19.
Okay.
And might as well burn that too. Alright. So that'll be 6 slashing. And much like Gil, as this blade hits you, you see it flash for a moment, and then feel just sort of a fear cling to your heart for just a moment. That'll be the end of its turn, which means it's Gale's turn, so death save. Alright, that's one failure. This brings us to the statue, which will swing at Tibber.
Fuck
But
you.
will not hit.
Nice.
Which brings us to Kaj, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I kept my flame blade concept there.
You keep it?
Cool. So I'll swing at him with the flame sword.
Alright, you hit. Whew.
Jesus.
Oh.
That's almost max damage. One off.
Mhm.
Fucking A.
Oh, that's beautiful.
No, that was a hell of a hit.
Sweet.
All right. Then, Kaj, as you are struck by the figure of Yaron Cole's black steel blade, and that fear grips you, you quickly push it to the side and instead retaliate with the glowing, flaming sword and stab it right into the chest of the shadowy figure. And you just see it sort of twitch slightly, and some of the shadows kind of begin to disperse. And as it does so, you see this statue here begin to crumble as well. And then, as this figure of Yaron Cole stands before you, with your sword still embedded in its chest, all at once, it disperses. And when it regathers itself, it stands in front of the massive skull. And it just takes a moment to kind of stare at the skull for a sec, and then turns back towards the four of you. And particularly it stares at Kaj, who dealt the final blow. And then it gives a deep bow, and then embeds its blade into the stone below, and then fully disperses, disappearing.
Okay, I'm gonna immediately go try and
Yep. Gonna go to
Go.
Gale.
All right.
Can I help?
So what are you trying to do to stabilize Gale exactly?
medicine.
You can do that, or you can simply heal him if you want a more reliable way of doing it.
Okay,
Which one?
I have a healing potion. It's a bit old, but it should still work.
I'm just gonna cure wounds and then.
All right. With a cough, Gale begins to wake up as you see some of the frost that was coating him begin to melt away.
Take a little nap there.
What happened? Did you get him?
Yeah, he's gone.
And now we're right at the tail end of the session, so I don't want to go too much longer. But Tibber, as the others tend to Gale, you just see this black steel blade embedded into the stone. And it is indeed a longsword.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
All right. You feel as though the sword has been offered to you, was left there on purpose. And you grab the hilt of the blade and feel an odd sort of strength surge through you. And for just a moment, you see those same shadows sort of wisp across the flat of the blade. And you claim Wormheart, Yaron Cole's sword. And that's where we'll end the session for today.
Well.
Ooh.
I think if Kaj didn't fucking kill him there, we were dead.
That was big damage.
Mm-hmm.
I like that ability.
Wait,
That was fun.
canonically, can Ruva go grab that chain arrow that clattered harmlessly?
Yeah, we can do all that next
Canonically.
session. Next session,
I
we'll,
just
we'll
have a
explore
feeling
the...
I might just forget.
I'll
and I
write it
just
down,
wanted
and then you won't.
to- Okay.
because I do want to mention something about that. So I'll write it down.
Thank you.
All right. Now then, let's head on over to. And for everyone, the spelling on that was. There you go. All right. So, does anything interfere with next Monday? Is the first question.
Nope.
Nope.
Negative.
No.
Very well. I don't know why I said first question. I don't know the second one. Then the next session will be next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll pick right back up where we left off, and you can look around the room here and take a bit of a closer look at that sword too, if you want.
Huzzah.
Alrighty, so I don't have too long to stay, so we'll wrap things up pretty quick. If you miss a session, if you want to go back and watch what happened last time, you can check out the archive on our YouTube channel. And then it'll let you catch up with anything. Twitch is having a weird issue with exports recently, so you won't see some of the most recent ones there, unfortunately. But for Silversong, you should be all good. Just whispers. And this particular episode will likely be experiencing that issue as Twitch is currently having export problems. If you want to get schedule updates, you can check out the Discord or my Twitter. If that Discord link ever doesn't work, let me know. Actually meaning to update it too, so I'll do that for next stream. As I said before, there is no Whispers in the Woods this Wednesday, but I will probably, if I'm available, do some sort of shorter stream. We might do another map stream where I make chat suggestions. Everybody in chat suggests a map, and we pick one, and we just sort of spur of the moment try to make it to the best of our ability. Sort of like Bob Ross, but for making TTRPG maps. So come to that stream. It'll probably be around 7 or 8 on Wednesday if I do it. So come with ideas if you are planning on showing up to that stream. Should be a good time. It always is. Other than that, we will probably be back with more C's, hopefully, on Friday. They had a last minute cancellation last week, but crossing my fingers that we'll be back, but no guarantees. Other than that, that's all the bookkeeping I have to do. If you want to learn more about the world that this takes place in, you can check out the World Anvil. All of my, those streams are fun, GB. So come up with a cool idea for a map and stop by on Wednesday if I stream that, and we'll make it. We usually have enough time to do several of them, so most likely anyone who has a suggestion will have theirs done. Check out the World Anvil if you want to learn more about the world. This current campaign takes place in Middlemere. We're on the southeastern coast on that small little island that you see on the map. So check out the World Anvil for more info about the world. If you want to learn about deities and factions and all sorts of things, that's your place to go. Other than that, have a good night, and I'll see everybody next time.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Later.